Yesterday, my broody hen hatched out 2 of her chicks, and I was super excited because I had been candling them and they were wiggling, and I just couldn't tell when they were going to hatch because she went broody and I didn't keep track of exactly the day she started sitting. But when I was picking up my kids from school, I leave my house around 2:50, and I should have pulled the 4 eggs then. I should have just put them in the incubator right then, but I didn't. And what happened was when I got home, so on Wednesdays we have a really long day. My daughter has dance and I don't get home until around 8 o'clock at night. And it got pretty cold pretty fast. We did have a freeze last night and just frost, not like a hard freeze, but there was frost on the ground. And anyway, the eggs, I'm pretty sure they died because she abandoned those 4 eggs and took the 2 chicks. And this is what I was telling you, is that after about 12 hours, the mother hen doesn't really stick around and wait for all of the eggs to hatch like we could leave them in the incubator. So I grabbed those 4 eggs, put them in the incubator. Well, my son helped me, and we were hoping that they would still hatch. Well, around 4:30 a.m., my baby woke up and I came to check on the eggs, and it was dark enough that I could candle them and they had warmed back up. And when I candled the eggs, 2 of them were definitely dead. So I could tell that 2 were dead, and the other 2 I have in this incubator right now. I don't know if they're gonna be okay. I think they might be dead too. So I just wanted to let you guys know that's what's going on with the hen and her chicks. And sometimes that just happens, and you just have to be prepared. And it's really cool when a chicken decides to sit on eggs, but it's not always as reliable as an incubator. I've had years where a chicken will hatch out 9 to 10 chicks, and then like this year, she's only hatched out 2 chicks. And one year, we even had a chicken hatch out ducks, so that was kind of fun. She sat on 5 duck eggs, and all 5 duck eggs hatched. I think duck eggs can handle a little bit more discrepancy, like they don't need, because if you think about where ducks lay their eggs, it's by the water and it's kind of cooler, and they don't have to be as precise as chicken eggs. That's just my experience. So let me show you what's going on in the incubator. And the other 2 things I'm going to do today, my grow lights came because my first grow lights that I ordered didn't work, which was so weird. That has never happened to me before. But they came. I sent it back to Amazon, got new ones sent to me. So I'm getting ready to test out those grow lights because my tomatoes really need them because they are leaning towards the window and I want them to grow nice and straight. And I'm also going to be raking out the garden area that I was telling you about yesterday as well. And I moved all those chickens last night, so I'm going to rake all that up and move some chickens back over. To She abandoned 4 eggies. So what did we do?
We went inside and put them in the incubator and then squirted water in it.
Sorry.
And then we put towels around the edges so they don't drown in the water. I want to see the babies.
Okay. So earlier, her and her eggs were right here. There's a little bit of eggshell left. And I'm going to clean that up. We're going to put her back up here with her 2 babies that she has.
Where are they?
She's over there, and I don't like that because it's right next to a crack. So we've cleaned up the spot. We didn't have time to video gathering the eggs because they were cold and we were worried about them, so we just hurried as fast as we could. Okay, can you hold this up, Haley? Yeah, you lift that down.
You can't lift something down. I'm kidding.
That's kind of true. I'll have to give them fresh water in the morning. Come on, sweetie. We need to move you and your babies.
Oh, they're so cute.
There they are.
She says,
Go on. Go with your mommy. Here, you hold the camera, please.
She's carefully grabbing.
It's safer up here, Mama.
Whoa.
Safer up here where you were. Hand me the camera so I can get a close-up. Quick. They just go right under there, Mommy.
But that's exciting. Baby pet the mama. Why'd the baby pet the mama? That's pecking is smacking. The mom says, get back in here.
She's mad because they were all in bed and I disrupted her. Is the other one under there?
She's like, stop it. I want them to go back to bed.
Did you see the other one? I don't see it.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, there it is.
That's a thing.
Okay. Go under.
That one's still refusing.
I just want to make sure they're under there because I've had chicks freeze to death before. Really.
Yeah.
All right, they're both under.
One was dead, Mommy. Remember?
Yep, it was really sad. Good, Mama. Okay. They're safe. Also, like I was telling you, I'm going to dump this out now because I don't want any risk of the chicks hopping in there. Right now, they probably can't hop that high, but you never know. So these are the 4 eggs that got left behind. Hopefully, they will hatch this evening. Something I did to protect the chicks from falling down into the water wells is put dry washcloths all around.
Mommy saw that one right there wiggle, so it probably will hatch before the other one.
Hi. Hi everybody. This little guy is awake, so I am awake. And I went ahead and candled the eggs, and I don't think that they are viable, and I'm going to show you why. So So this one might actually still be alive. Because this one wasn't hatching when she abandoned them. But I just don't see any movement inside the egg. Oh wait. I think I saw some movement. So I'll leave this one in there. Because I see a little movement over here. So this one might hatch. Okay, buddy. So I'll put this one back in. This is the one that I know for sure has died. So you can see where this egg, so you can see where the air pocket was. Just a second. Okay. So you can see where the air pocket was, where the chick pipped through, and it was starting to hatch. This is the one that's dead. There is zero movement. I can see that it was bleeding and it died. So I know that's super sad, but that's what can happen if you open your incubator. So this was a broody hen. but she abandoned the egg, and so it got cold and died. Right here is where it died. So this egg is not alive and not viable, unfortunately. Now this egg looked promising except for one thing. Can you see that? Let's see. On this side, there's a chip in the egg. Let me turn on the light. Let's see. See the chip right there? So this egg might have been dead a few days ago because it has that little hole right there that I didn't notice before. But this is one that she laid later on, but it started incubating. And you can see that it started incubating. But when you shine the light on this side, let's see here. Anyway, when you shine the light on this side of the egg, it's empty and hollow. So the chick is not alive. And it's not moving. Now this egg might be alive, so I'll leave this one. There's no damages to it. There's no damage to the air pocket. You can see the air pocket right there. This one is another one she laid after I marked them all. So this one might be fine. So I'll leave this one in there with that other one. But those other two are for sure not alive. You can see the chick developing right here. Yeah, but I don't see any movement, and that's what worries me. Because when I candled them a couple days ago, I could see wings moving. I can see the veins right there. Anyway, that's how you candle an egg to see if they're doing okay. So this one hasn't pipped through the air pocket at all yet. There you go, you can see it now. So that one is dead. And then this one just was almost hatched, but it got abandoned and then it just died. So, and I can feel that I can feel the weight of the chicken there, but also it's not wiggling. Like if I put it on the side if I put it on the light side, it rolls over to, so I'll show you, it rolls to the side that it's dead, and then it doesn't shake at all. I'll just let it stop rolling in so that you can see. So this is why I thought it was alive earlier, because I saw it wiggling like that. But now I can see that it's not alive because it's totally still. It doesn't move. So it's not trying to hatch. It died, which is sad. And when I candled it from this side, and you can see that the air pocket was right here. And it pipped through the air pocket. The counter is shaking. This flashlight is even jigging. I don't know why the counter is shaking. Anyway, it had pipped through, but I can see that it's not moving and that it died. And anyway, it's really sad that it died. But this one and this one are not good. These two I'm pretty sure are also dead, but I'll leave them in there for today. And if there's no movement and no improvement tonight when I candle them, I'll take them out. Just because I don't want to risk any bacteria getting in this incubator, because I am waiting for the quail eggs, and I've been... Looks like the sun is going to start coming up sooner. I'm going to go ahead and open up this door so that when she wakes up, she can just come right out. Okay. I'm sure she did fine. Animals have an instinct of just leaving, so it seems sad that she left the other eggs behind, but animals have an instinct of caring for, it's like survival of the fittest. They care for the ones that are the strongest, and they'll leave the weakest behind, which it sounds really, really sad, but it's actually a really efficient way for nature to ensure that life is going to go on. Oh, she's picking at me, so I'm sure that they're fine in there. It's really chilly out here. Where are your babies? Hmm? There they are. So it looks like we're going to have 2 babies out of a batch of 6, which is a bummer, but I knew there was a possibility of that happening because they weren't all laid at the same time, and you know, things happen. But when I get my quail eggs, hopefully I'll be able to have a more successful hatch rate, because they will be in the incubator and should be hatching all at the same time. And I'll be able to know more of when the eggs were laid and, you know, what day I started incubation. So that's kind of the problem with broody hens. You don't know. I've had times where broody hens have hatched out like 9 chicks, and that was a really cool experience, but it doesn't always happen that way. And so, yeah, that's just, it's okay. You didn't do anything wrong. Like I said, nature just has a way of survival of the fittest and leaving the weaker ones behind and raising up the strong ones. So it's kind of a cool process in the fact that these are the strongest chicks that survived. So yep, that's that. I'll need to get them some fresh food. Well, they have plenty of food, but I'll need to get them fresh water, and I'll do that when the sun comes up. This is like the coldest part of the day. I probably shouldn't have lifted her. She's shivering. There's the 2 eggs that I kept in there. I have a meat thermometer in there just to double check the temperature. Here are my grow lights. I haven't taken them out of the box yet. I hope these ones work. Bacon. Okay. I'm going to test them out really fast just to see if they work, and then we'll go set them up. My daughter collects pine cones. This is her pine cone family.
Best pretzels ever.
Please work. Please work. What?
It's like my songs.
Yes. Grow light number 1 works. Yeah, it was so weird. I've never had grow lights not work. I wonder if, like, during shipping they just got handled rough or something, because they looked exactly like these ones, nice condition, and we plugged them into several different plugs and they just did not work. There we go. Okay. Yay! So I'm going to be hanging up one of the grow lights on this shelf here so that it will get these tomatoes. I think I can get it to work. We had one hanging there before. But how did we do it? I cannot remember. Oh yeah, like that. These tiny little bungee cords. Okay? I'm gonna be so careful. Hook those up nicely. And just clip it on right there. Alright, to attach the grow light to the little clips, I guess is what they're called, you just attach each clip here to its latch. Sorry, this is a super awkward angle. We're gonna get up close and personal. You see that? Clip it on. Okay, and then I like to make sure that this isn't twisted. So after you get the first one on, turn it to the next one. Get your clip. So it was down in there like that. Get your clip to go on the small part. Your clip right there. Can you see that? Just clip it on. Okay? Do that for the next two. Again, just double check that you're not twisted up here. Grab the one that's not twisted. Make sure you have the little part right there. It may seem silly and straightforward, but when I first got grow lights, I was really confused on how to put them together, and I was concerned that I might hurt my plants or something. I don't know. So I'm going to show you in detail because I remember being nervous about grow lights, but they are a game changer when you're growing plants. Okay, there you go. Okay, that's not going to work. This grow light is so much bigger than my other one. It's too heavy. This is an example of it being too close to your plants. I need the grow light to be up about right there. So yeah, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to figure out something else to do. We came up with a solution.
Old wood.
Grow lights don't get hot, they just get bright. The incubator's driving me nuts. Nice. That'll work great. So you want the light to be far enough away from your plants that it's not so close, but this will help them grow nice and straight. See how they're leaning over towards the window? And then I have that one hanging about the same as well. And you can tell that the grow light just really helps them grow because those ones are getting their first leaves already. We used to have two of these hooks, but I don't know where the other one is. I'm just gonna... I think it's gonna fall out. Because I would be like devastated if my tomatoes got squished.
It's just the drywall.
All right. Let me have that, please. Are you helping, little buddy? Okay. I don't know where we're gonna plug it in though.
We need an extension cord as well.
Okay. Well, that's pretty far up there, but it's better than nothing. Don't touch the plants.
Blah blah.
Don't touch the plants. There we go. Perfect. Now we'll just get an extension cord and we have a plug over there, I think. Emmett, what do you think about my plant room?
Black.
Someday this is going to be your bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to move all the plants out and put you in this room someday. Yep. That's right. Extension cord. Oh, nice. Perfect. They're starting to get true leaves. So exciting. Hi. Hi. I love you. Now that we got the grow light set up, I'm going to go ahead and prune some of my pepper plants. I'm going to show you the ones I'm not going to prune, and I'll show you the ones that I'm going to prune, and I'll explain why. So here is one that I will not be pruning today. This is an ancho pepper, and it only has 4 true leaves. So I'm going to wait, and also it's very short. It's barely coming up out of the cup. Peppers grow slow. You just have to be patient. But some of these peppers, so here's the same type of pepper, but it's, I'm not going to prune this one either. There's only 4 on this. It's a lot taller, but it's not ready to be pruned. But what I am going to do is add some dirt into the pot. Well, the cup. My fancy pots. And that way it can have some more stability for its stem before I prune it. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. But the ones I am going to be pruning, so here's a cayenne pepper. That is ready to be pruned. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 true leaves. And I am just going to prune off this little part right here. Let me show you one that I pruned earlier in the year. And it gets nice and bushy and sends off side shoots. So here's some of the side shoots that it sends off. And yeah, I think they're ready to prune. I don't know, maybe I'll wait another week. I always get nervous to prune them. Sorry. I think I'm gonna wait to prune them. I don't know. Because I was like totally for sure that I was gonna prune these taller ones, but I don't know. Just a second. Okay, yes, I'm going to prune them. I'm going to do it. But I'm also going to fill some of these with dirt. It's like this one I can see it's got little nubs where roots want to grow, so I'm going to... The ones that I am going to fill up with more dirt, I'm not going to prune. But, yeah. Okay, I'm going to get them all up here, look at them, and decide what to do from there. going to prune the peppers on this side. So all the ones that I put to the left side of the camera. Or was it right side? I don't know. All the ones I put over there, I'm pruning. All the ones I'm putting over here, I'm giving them a little extra time. I'm going to write a little T on here for trimmed. I know I should write P for pruned, but I don't know. There's lots of P's on here because they're peppers. And so I think T for trim will be easier for me to remember what that means. I have some more down here that I am not pruning today. They look great, but they are just a little too small. I don't want to prune them just yet. I am going to separate my tallest plants and my shortest plants, so there's less competition for light. For the peppers I'm not pruning, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I fill up with dirt, inspect them all, and give some more dirt to each one. Because the dirt has settled as it's been watered over. I planted these, I think, 2 months ago. Peppers grow very slow. You just have to be patient when you're growing from seed. Down here are peppers I did not prune. I also have my herbs growing, and these are all short, about the same height, so they won't be stealing light from each other. Up here I have more peppers that I am not pruning today. I want them to get a little taller, and I organized them by putting the shortest ones on the right side. And I think I showed you that I rotate every single day. I take this row and move it over to here, and I move every row down. So that way they're all, because over here is not as much light from the grow light, over here is not as much light, but that way they're all getting even light on a rotation. At least they get to be in these 3 center rows for at least 3 days. 1, 2, and 3. So I'm rotating them every single day to try and get them to grow nice and straight. I think this guy got left in the corner by accident for some reason, because look how crooked he is compared to the others. The others are growing up pretty straight and tall, but this one does not want to stand up. But we'll see if we can fix that. Over here is the eggplants that I repotted, and they are doing fabulous. So I'm excited about that. I don't know if you should trim eggplant, so I'm not doing anything with them, just letting them grow. If you have any advice on eggplants, throw it down in the comments. I would love to read that. Also, I got a little hot, so I took my sweater off. So I'm gonna need my scissors. And I am pruning one jalafuego. Let me just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I am pruning 8 peppers today. I've got scissors and a marker. I'm going to start with this one. It's a serrano pepper. I'm also going to fill with dirt where they're a little floppy. This one's floppy, so I'm going to fill it with dirt. Okay, so I'm going to count up, just like my other pepper. 6 leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? This one doesn't have... I don't know if I want to prune this one yet. I'm going to wait to prune this one. I'm going to put in by the short ones. Okay, so I'm pruning 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 peppers. Starting with a cayenne. And I'm also going to add some dirt. You can see I'm going to add about a 1/2 inch of dirt. There, much better. All right, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to just prune this very center out of this cayenne pepper. Okay. It's always a little scary, but I can see side shoots coming from here, 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 here. So that's going to promote all this side growth. And it's going to be nice and bushy. I'm going to put a T for trimmed. I wonder if I should put the date. Yeah, I'll put the date. What is today? 04/20? Or is it 21? I think it's the 21st. I'm going to check that. I think it's the 21st today. And that is terrible handwriting, but it's okay. T021. Then I'm going to put it back down with his buddies. It's the 22nd. It's not the 21st. So I'm going to fix that to be a 2. Okay. I'm going to do that for all of these. The next one is a serrano. Let me just tell you all the varieties so that I can speed this up and then put some cute little music behind it. Serrano, cayenne, Santaka. This is a Japanese. I wrote on there what they are because I don't know all of these. Japanese, very hot. Jalafuego is supposed to be a really large jalapeno that is great for stuffing. And Paseo Bajío. I hope I'm saying that right. I think it would be pronounced Paseo Bajío. And one more cayenne. let some chickens back in here to see if they will eat this down, because they did such a good job in this first row right here. But I'm gonna move this paneling over to this row so that they're forced to stay over here. And I might even move it over to this row so that they have less space. And I think next year I'll let them do this all throughout the winter. That way it's been scratched at and the grass doesn't even have a chance to grow, because if you look in their coop, they don't have any of this kind of stuff because they just eat it down because they're in their coop. But if I move them in the garden area for the winter, and then in the springtime when it's time to plant, this will all be weed free. So that is my plan for next year. But this year I'm just gonna go with what I've got going, and that's it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it was helpful. We pruned peppers. We looked at the baby chicks. Yay! What else did I do on this video? I cleaned out the garden that I've been needing to do, and we installed the grow lights. So awesome. Thank you for watching, and if you're enjoying our content, please like and subscribe. I will talk to you later. You have a great day. Bye!